There's a way for us to check this. We have two kinds of pins coming from them. It's the activation pin, or sometimes they are just the refill pins, but we can still use them anyway. We cannot search them using the regular search bar. It will give you this error, no results found.
Exactly.
That's it's still showing on my end. I mean, searching on my end. But should you want to try it yourself, you can get that pin from Telegram. There's a way for us to get the information from that pin. You can click on this. Hold on. Okay.
The AT&T
On this
tool, I
part,
guess.
under the providers, we are going not the AT&T tool. This is the AT&T tool, the CSI, but we are
The
going to use
income, yeah.
this income here. So let me just give you so it should be under providers, and then go to income, and then in income you have to click on client income, and then enter the pin here. Now you have to tick on return formatted output. You always need to tick on that one so that the information would show up on your screen immediately. If you are going to choose on this option, it will give you an error. If you're going to choose the second option, it will give you an error. So there, error. But you always need to tick on the return formatted output. That would give you the information that you will be needing. Okay, let me just copy that for you here. Now it would tell you here, there's this message there to make it larger for you. It would tell you here, response message, the card is redeemed. If it says the card is redeemed, then this has been used. That's the reason why you cannot apply this pin on the customer's account, because this has been redeemed by a different number. John, how can we know if this pin from Target? Again, this pin comes from Target only and none other stores. If the customer is going to purchase pin from other stores besides Target, this is how the pin would be formatted. It's a long pin. If it comes from Target stores, specific only Target stores, its 10 digits starts with number 7. And this is where you will be going to check for the status. Now, John, the customer don't know where this pin was applied to, or the dealer don't know where this pin is applied to. How can we check that? You can go to this link here. Hold on. Oh, here on this one. Monitor apply pin referring. Let me just check. Under the pins, we can check where the pin is applied, especially
Oh,
with
I
Target.
guess I tried monitoring pin refill. After all the schedule show, if I put the pin, it will tell me.
Under the monitoring pin refilling.
Yes, I guess.
Yep. Yes, it is under the monitoring pin refilling. There's the option that you can put the pin here. It's a how to check pin from Target stores. If you don't know where it has been applied, please take note of this path. You go to pins, click on pin refilling. Well, it will really take some time for it to load because there are lots of pins to be loaded. but it will just give the system around 2 to 3 minutes perhaps, and it will give you the option. Actually, if the result shows up,
Yes, exactly.
there
If
would
the
be
all
many
the
options.
yes.
There will be many options. I mean, there will be many information that you'll see. Sometimes the pin was tried to be applied on different phone numbers. Well, that's how customers try to deal with pins they purchase from stores. They try to enter it again on their phone. Perhaps it's going to work again, but no. Once a pin has been used, it can no longer be reused. It never happened to us that there is one pin that was applied in two numbers. Okay, any questions about checking pins, applying pins?
Yes, I have one. Like once we had the same problem for the pins that starts with the 7, but when we search that in the income page, it shows that like no records found for the pin, and it seems that the amount of the pin is like $0. What does that mean?
Okay, well, it means two things. The first possibility is that the customer might have misread what is on the paper, and secondly, the store might have given a correct pin, but a pin that is not yet registered on the system. So in these scenarios, for example, the first scenario is the customer might have misread the pin. So you'll have to verify the pin again. If the customer really cannot verify the pin, you have to refer them back to the store.
Could be a pin for a different provider?
I'm not really sure on that, but perhaps it might be a pin from a different provider. But if they went to a Target store, then it should be a pin for Red Pocket Mobile. Now, the second scenario I told you a while ago.
Mark, sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to know if, for example, in India right now, when we sell recharge vouchers or top-up vouchers, these top-up vouchers usually have the branding and the name of the operator to whom the ping belongs to. Say, for example, if it's Vodafone, it will be written Vodafone on there. On the voucher. So would it happen the same thing? Will the voucher will be written Red Pocket, or it is something that is generated directly from the portal, so it will be a blank SIM with no written or black and white records for the voucher? How does it work?
Well, it should work with the first scenario you gave me. There should be like a Red Pocket symbol there, or yeah, that this pin is for Red Pocket Mobile, because how pins are generated with Red Pocket Mobile is we register them on the system, we give it to the dealers, and the dealers will also register it. I'm not really sure how pins work with Target. I really have not studied how it goes, but the only thing that we know about Target is if they have a pin, the customer gives us a pin, we check it under the income. If it says it is good to be applied, then we can apply it. If there is an error that says it has zero balance or something, then that pin might have not been registered on the system yet. So they need to go back to the store to have it rectified.
Okay.
And this applies, guys, to every service that we have, both in CDMAS, GSMA, and GSMT. If these pins comes from Incom and we encountered an error in checking them, we always refer them back to Target.
Okay.
Okay. And Target, who the one who contacted us and tell us about the issue, or what? What is the procedure in this case?
Target managers should have the option to correct the mistake that happened on the pin, and if ever they are not able to resolve that, the customer will always call us back. And if that happens, then we have to get in touch with the manager so that they can check that pin and perhaps create a ticket for that as well. If the target representative is not able to resolve that on their end.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yes, and like you can see here, this pin was applied in